Ms. Biggs-Levy, Rule 27.3 states council members may not engage in any type of argumentative discourse with any members of the audience at any time for any reason. We've had a consistent problem with that, which is the public is really upset. We all make mistakes, we do. But listen to this.
She's standing up and knocked a few bucks. I ain't even know. We threatened her. That's the problem. Wow. That's not. She wasn't threatened. What we don't do.
So I find it very hypocritical. We have council rules when our leadership has called people names, and I'm going to spell it, the B-I-T-C-H. I was called by our council president. We've had other people called names racist to further divide. What will you do to bring this council together? Because our leadership hasn't done it so far.
To bring the council together is to be on one accord. We all have to be on one accord. We shouldn't have to be threatened and put out just because they don't like us. Or we have had petitions that having a recall and stuff like that. But they can say what they want to say to us. But then when we say something, they want to record us like we're the victim. We're not the victim. We're here to get along with one another. We're here to take care of the 3rd ward, the 1st ward, the 2nd ward, all the wards. But that's not being happened here in this council. And you see crooked people, and they laugh at you and they think it's a joke, but it's not. We are here to make sure the residents are taken care of. Our residents have not been taken care of in a while, and they overlook the residents just to fill their pockets up, and it's not right. The residents should be taken care of first, and then spread abroad.
Thank you. Mr. Richard Jones, Rule 20, you want me to repeat the rule? You probably know it by heart. I'll repeat the rule. Rule 27.3, council members may not engage in any type of argumentative discourse with members of the audience at any time for any reason. And we've seen a lot of this happen in our council chambers. You may have been a victim of that. What will you do to bring this council together?
As far as bring the council together, I don't know if I have an answer to that. But as far as me, myself, I will remember my time being on the lecture, as far as when somebody come up to talk. And I also believe in to do unto others as you would expect others to do unto you. So I would not be up in that chair directing any kind of energy that I wouldn't want the chair if I was on the other side having that energy directed to me. But far as what going on here, I don't have no answer for that.
Thank you. Mr. Dumas, Rule 27.3, council members may not engage in any type of argumentative discourse with members of the audience at any time for any reason. We do know that it is a fact. We have had this problem. Audience members are removed, but council members are not. What will you do differently, or what do you feel you could do to make this a better council?
Well, first of all, I've seen council members removed by council members. I've seen council members remove the audience. I think it's something within you. It's talked about self-control. That is one of the fruit of the Spirit that Jesus talked about, self-control. And you can't tick for tat. One thing I think that those rules should be modified. They should be changed. I think if I'm I've got a minute, 23 seconds left, and if I got another second to say, I want to thank you, I shouldn't be cut off abruptly. I think that I ought to be able, in the audience and the council should be able to say their point. And sometimes we get so rigid. Some of you ladies, maybe this group don't know about choruses. Older women used to wear girdles. And the Bible teaches us that we ought to put a girdle over our minds and a watch over our tongue. That's the only thing I know. That's the only thing I can refer to, as Mr. Jones said, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. That is the golden rule. And so, again, I say that some of those rules, and I quote Mr. May's goofy rules, and some of them are goofy because they conflict with the charter. They conflict. So the council rules are supposed to align itself with the charter, and not the charter aligns itself with the council rules. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dumas. Mr. Nelson, Rule 27.3, council members may not engage in any type of argumentative discourse with members of the audience at any time for any reason. We know that the public has been very upset. Council members here have been called out of their name, not their government name. When you're called a racist, you're called a bitch by other council members. The residents want to change. What will you do to make this council different? How will you contribute to a different and better council?
Thank you, Councilwoman, for that question. When I was here before, it's all about teamwork, cooperation, respect for one another. I never have called, even some of my colleagues that made me quite mad, but I never called them out of their name. I first want to be treated with dignity and respect. I don't care if I know personally you've lied on me, I still got to treat you right. It's about my record. So I never would call anybody out their names, from a rat, cat, or anything else. That's just not. I think we focus on still bringing the spirit of cooperation into the council chambers. Again, we're individual representing different wards with different needs, but at the end of the day, it's all about taking care of that particular ward. And we have to focus on that. What can I do to help my ward be the best? And it's going to take teamwork, because sometimes it's what's best for the whole city. And we all have to roll up our sleeves and say, okay, no, I don't like this, but I can go with this. And if that's going to make your ward succeed, then I can do it for that council person or that councilwoman or that councilman. If it's going to make the city or that ward strive, I can do that.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Madam Chair, I'm done.